The easiest way to get to Katz is to take the F train to the 2nd Avenue stop, and that will place you 3 blocks away from Katz on 205 East Houston Street. Katz has been around since 1888 via a predecessor deli and moved to its current location in 1917. Safe to say it's been around for a long time, serving great food on the Lower East Side where I grew up. Hi, today we're at Katz. Katz is one of the most famous restaurants in New York City and is known throughout the world. It's generally announced to have the best pastrami sandwich in New York City, and I think it's ranked top 2 in the country. Now, Katz also has a reputation of being a tourist trap, which I think is a little unfair because, to be quite candid, a lot of New Yorkers eat here, so the fact that it's a tourist spot does not mean that the food's not great. Now, I've not been here in a long time, so I'm dying to see is the pastrami sandwich still the best in New York City, and there are other places I want to try, but to make that determination, you gotta start with the king, and the king is Katz. Now, we're pretty lucky. We're here really early, so there's no long lines. What kept me away for a lot of years is that every time I come here, there's so many crazy lines that I'm not willing to wait. But today, we're lucky, not a lot of long lines, so let's pop in and see if that sandwich is still as great as we remember. All right, 2?
That's not enough.
We go order,
How
right?
many?
2, yeah.
Please have these when you walk in.
Okay.
Middle counter.
The pastrami sandwich is not cheap at $27.45, so it's not something you're going to eat every day. There is a slightly low-cost option of the half sandwich and matzo ball soup at $23.95, but I think the full sandwich is well worth it. All right, can I get 2 pastrami sandwiches with rye and mustard? I love it that they hand-carve the meat for your sandwich in front of you. Their pastrami can take up to 30 days to cure. No chemicals, water, or additives are injected to speed up the process. They use the navel cut from a cow and soak it in saltwater brine for weeks. The brine includes many spices. After that, the brine is drained and the meat is rubbed with spices. Then the meat is smoked for hours before being boiled for 2 to 3 hours. I'm getting hungry just looking at this. If I had a choice, I would just have a slice that's all the charred meat. They pack on a lot of pastrami for your sandwich. Come to Papa.
Next.
Yum, what a great looking sandwich. Okay, it's time to dig into the sandwich. The first thing you see, this thing is really thick. Look how thick that is, a lot of meat. And okay, let's see how it tastes. That's amazing. The pastrami kind of crumbles in your mouth. It's very tender. There's a nice smoky flavor to it. And you can see the bits of fat that gives it additional flavor. I like the charred ends. That gives it a nice little smoky flavor. What an incredible sandwich. That's delicious. Now, see this? It's really tender. See how it crumbles in your hand. I think one of the reasons why they hand slice everything is because they use a slicer, it'll probably fall apart. So the hand cut part of it keeps it together. So. I tell you, the blend of the pastrami, this high quality rye bread, also the mustard, just gives a really nice. I've never tasted anything like this, and I'm glad to see it tastes as good as it used to do. So arguably the most famous scene from Harry Met Sally was filmed at Katz, where Sally fakes an orgasm, and then at the end of the scene, a female customer looking on says, "I'll have what she's having." That female customer was played by Estelle Reiner, the mother of the director, Rob Reiner. You know, when sometimes a sandwich is too thick, I'm not crazy about it because even though it looks great that it's nice and thick, you can't fit it into your mouth in a bite. Everything crumbles. Now, if I look at this sandwich, right, it is very thick, but the fact that the pastrami is so tender, you can push down on it and still have a nice full bite with all the flavor, the bread, the mustard, and the pastrami. So even though it's very thick, it's manageable, but the meat is so tender. The walls are lined with pictures of celebrities and politicians that have eaten here over the years. This place is truly iconic. So the sandwich is expensive, but honestly, this is a big sandwich. So honestly, the thing I saw on the menu was that you had a half sandwich with matzo ball soup. So if this is too much, getting the combination for a little less might be worth it. But I tell you, this sandwich is probably something you could share with someone if you wanted to, but the price is too much. I'll tell you, it's going to be hard for other places to beat this sandwich. I'm glad we started here because now we have the benchmark for excellence. And then when we go to other places like Sarge's or Second in our Deli, we'll see how they stack up. I'm going to try one of the pickles and see how they taste. Okay, there's a nice crunch to this. I think this is half sour, so it's actually not very sour at all, so it's pretty good. Okay, let's try one of the dills. They're so juicy and so tasty. See how the juice is at the top right now? It's so juicy. Delicious. Got one more piece. The place is getting busier as we approach 11 o'clock. To avoid the lines, come early. It is definitely worth it. So that was an awesome sandwich. It's safe to say that Katz still has the best pastrami sandwich in New York City. The meat was very flavorful, it was very tender, it kind of crumbled in your mouth. It was just an incredible sandwich, what can we say? In any event, I'm glad we came here first because this sets the benchmark for excellence. When we go to eat pastrami sandwich at other places, we have to compare it to how they stack them as Katz. So to answer the question, does Katz still have the best sandwich? It definitely does. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and also subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Thank you.